Or I should be. No, it still says waiting for stream.
There's a picture of your thing. It's pretty professional.
Thanks, dude. I am a.
You are.
You see me? You see it?
Say we are?
Now I am.
Let's say Penn State.
Got it?
Very dirty. But it's up.
You see me? You see it? Here we are. Does that mean we're golden?
How fucking delayed is it?
It's good? Oh, okay. Alright, Dylan, turn that off. Or pause it.
Fuck. Alright. Put me in a 6-minute pursuit.
You're
Sweating.
kids on live TV.
He's just barely out of
Hey,
frame.
stripping nude.
He's just barely out of frame.
Wow, water on my clothes.
Who could have done that?
Down my seat.
The fuck do I see?
Right here on the floor.
Oh yeah, right here,
Yeah,
right in the middle.
Be ranked. I'm gonna need another Modelo at a time.
Awesome.
Yeah, me too. Thanks, tricked. Oh, that's right. No Modelos. You and only.
Yes, Diaz.
What is that?
Yingling Lager.
Oh.
We need
The last of the
Yingling
Pennsylvania
Lager to
stash.
kick it off.
Alright.
Is
So,
that the
gentlemen?
last of it?
I think so, right? It's the last three?
There's a fourth one.
No.
There is.
Yeah,
Aiden, you drink beer.
I think.
If there is only one left, then
There's
I
only
don't.
one more left. It's kind of meant to be.
All right, fine.
You don't have to finish it,
Fine.
but you do have to crack it.
Just
You
remember,
have to crack it. You have to crack it and toast with the boys for the first night.
you gotta remember, Aiden, you are still from PA.
All right, gentlemen, to the first.
Story time.
Story time.
Who's got a book?
Since you can't read.
If you don't like it.
If you don't like it, just give it to me.
I'm not doing.
I'll take care of it.
No, we'll all split it.
Yeah, we'll pour it all into each other's cans. Cool.
I do have to say that is not the worst beer I've ever tried.
Yeah, because it's fucking delicious.
It's empty Yingling Lager. I mean,
Yeah, you see it. You heard it now.
it's
Yingling
oldest
Lager.
brewer in America. Aiden.
Sponsor us.
Sponsored
I would. There's a lot I would do to get a Yingling sponsor myself personally.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very little I wouldn't do.
There's a lot you would do not for.
I feel like I've earned it.
With the amount of Yinglings you've consumed,
I brought you a whole 24.
I
That was some
if
Smoking
I
the
was
Bandit shit.
If I was handing out sponsors for Yingling Lager, I would definitely give you one for sure. That was a generous gift.
Appreciate the sound of it.
You're very welcome. All right, are you ready?
Oh my god. Oh,
Is everybody ready
Wait,
to delve in?
What? It is a little dark. Is this?
I got my chair back.
You're not reading. Well, I mean, you are, because you're in a special case.
I like to follow along.
That's fine.
I have my chair back.
You want a reading light?
Yeah, kind of.
Alright. Fucking dork.
Let me know if I'm out of frame.
I just want to follow along, bro.
Since now I have my chair.
You know?
Everybody's solid. Right
That way I'm not.
Oh, I
over
just
here going
switched my
crazy
chair.
in
That's
my
why
head.
I
I'm
asked.
There you
surprised
go.
I'm in frame right
Fuck yeah.
Clip it to the back couple pages, because you have to flip those. Or that. Yep, there you go. Boom. Genius.
Oh.
Alright. Alright, gentlemen. Whispers of War. The Tide of Rain. Book 1. Turn to the prologue, if you would.
This is the prologue.
Alright.
Gosh, where do you think I've been on the prologue?
I don't know. But, okay, wait, so before we continue. In this book, there are several references that are included to Star Trek, Star Wars, Lord of the Rings, Game of Thrones, Harry Potter. There's characters that are inspired by all of those stories, and many more. So if, while I'm reading, you think you can find one, or you found one, and you're like, oh, that's this person, go ahead, call it out, because I'm interested to see if you can figure it out.
Spot it.
Yeah, if you can spot it.
I got this.
Yeah, you
Left
think-
Easter eggs. Alright.
Okay.
I'm gonna
Alright.
I'm gonna get all your Easter eggs.
All my, yeah, okay. Dude, alright. We're gonna see. I'm gonna hold you to that, see how many you get. Alright?
None, because he's retarded.
So, dude,
Cancelled.
Chill.
Cancelled.
that's why we're on Rumble.
That is why we're on Rumble. Not even an hour. Alright.
My bad.
5 minutes in, we dropped the retard.
Why don't you do it yourself?
I did.
He had to get one in, he had to sneak one in. Alright, you ready? Okay.
The IRA.
Shut up. Fira reached up to touch the hideous scabs on her right cheek. 2 deep parallel lines were carved into her face from her ear to her cheekbone, just below her eye, the mark of a rogue. Her body was covered in cuts, her bones were still bruised, and her muscles screamed with every movement. The remnants of war-torn trauma riddled every single step she took. Tall trees loomed over the forest trail, casting dark midday shadows that stole her gaze. She fell into each one of them, stepping into their shade only to relive the horrific moments that haunted her mind. She could still feel the thunderous booms from the clouds above, see arrows hissing through the air, and hear the deadly song of steel clashing while the flames of destruction danced across Abnor. The smell of scorched earth and seared flesh continued to linger in her nose, but soon her body would heal, and the tragic scenes of devastation she could still see as if they were right in front of her would all fade into a distant memory. All except for one, the execution of her husband, Victor Rain. I like how it ends on that.
Do you wanna follow along with me, Dylan? You guys look weird just staring off into space.
I do better with
I
audiobooks,
was
Aiden.
meditating. I was getting into the scene.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you
Yes.
ruined it. Way to
He
go.
was painting a visual picture.
Yeah.
I'm waiting for the dialogue so you can do the voices.
I mean, it's gonna take me a minute to find the voices for sure, but
Alright.
they're coming right up.
They're coming right up.
She had been forced to stand helplessly by as a piece of her soul was ripped away right before her eyes. The swing of a sword that seemingly fell for a lifetime gave birth to a pain that she would carry forever. Never again would she feel the touch of her beloved, hear the strength of his voice, or be warmed by his laughter. Yet despite the abundance of atrocities that ravished her, fear remained strong. She had no choice. "Mommy!" a little boy suddenly shouted. Fira snapped out of her trance to see her son Vincent with his hands on his hips. Clearly he had made more than one attempt to get her attention. "What is it, love?" she asked warily. "Can we go play in the creek?" Vincent requested, the sun gleaming off his golden brown hair. He looked at her with emerald eyes full of youthful innocence. She hoped it was a look he would maintain forever. "Please, Mommy. I want to show them how to catch the crayfish, just like Father taught me." Fira smiled softly. "Of course. Go ahead. I'll be right behind you." Vincent quickly turned around and waved for the other 3 children traveling with them, signaling them to follow his lead. Only one of the 3 followed Vincent as he hurried to the water's edge. A girl, the shortest of the bunch, raced after him, with a broad smile painted across her face. Her long sunset curls teeming with knots and debris flowed behind her as she ran through the trees. "It's okay. Go ahead," Fira Fira said to the other two children who had yet to follow. The second girl, whom Fira believed to be the oldest of the three, nodded to the tall, dark-haired shy boy beside her, signaling for him to go first. As the two walked past Fira to join the others, the girl glanced at her cautiously. Fira could sense the nervousness and fear in all three of the nameless newcomers, but this girl seemed especially wary. And who could blame her, Fira thought, considering that they had been brought to her care straight from a battlefield, still dressed in filthy, tattered rags as they appeared to be around Vincent's age, much too young to have heard the screams of war. Fira knelt beside... What?
I just had the thought that, there's different voices. I was going to say that the four of us could chime in and help do the four different voices.
This isn't a stage play. This isn't a stage play.
It could be, but...
I mean, if we all had a book, it'd be a little different.
That's, yeah.
You're
Nobody else
supposed
has a book.
to talk like
We
a
can't
girl.
pass the book
You're
around.
supposed to talk like a girl, though. Now I think Fear's a strong man.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
In
That's what
theater,
I'm saying.
you're expected to play both roles, dog.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I had to do it.
Do you have to
I mean, I wasn't dressed as
What do you
one,
want me
but
to
I
do?
still,
do you have to talk like this?
You want me to raise my...
What
That's
is
going to
it,
take
Mom?
you out of the scene.
You don't
Like-
have to. It's more the cadence, not really how it sounds.
Okay.
Thanks, Dylan.
Alright,
Dylan's
fine.
got me.
Oh, sorry. I went to.
What do you like?
Anyway.
He's educated.
Well,
We're all idiots.
Alright. Nobody likes a kiss ass, Dylan.
What? No one likes a know-it-all, fuck ass.
Exactly, so why are you telling us how it should be done?
Yeah.
Know it all.
That's a good point.
Why don't you go back to school?
No, I've done enough.
He's done enough.
Well, anyways, next time we just say something like, what is it,
I said it'll take me a second.
Let it say, what is it, love?
No.
Oh, sorry, darling.
Fira knelt beside the creek and was acutely terrified of her wavy reflection. Her sandy blonde hair was disheveled and unkempt, with the strands still matted together with dried blood that might not have been her own. Dark circles framed her heavy eyelids, refusing to fade no matter how many times she splashed her face. She winced as the cold water touched the two deep cuts on her cheek. Her thoughts drifted to her comrades as she stared at her horrid appearance. She wondered where they were now, and how they were adapting to their new lives. She did not regret their decision to defy the king. She knew she would make the same choice again if she was given the chance. Yet she understood that the other guardians who followed Victor into battle would likely never share her feelings. And why should they? The king had ordered everyone who accompanied their once beloved commander to be marked as rogues and banished from Meditas. Most had nowhere else to go, and Fira knew that people were not quick to accept a rogue into their community. Rogues were ostracized, ridiculed, and treated as if they carried some infectious disease. Society viewed them as traitors to the Guardian's sacred oath, no better than the horrors that roamed the night. Does it hurt? The weary girl asked, pulling Fira out of her thoughts. Fira turned to see her sitting several feet away from her knees, with her knees pulled up to her chest. Her blue eyes were fixated on Fira's cheek. Her brown hair fell over her left shoulder, resting on a disfigured arm. Only a little, Fira answered. May I join you? The girl tensed up as Fira sat beside her, and she never took her eyes off the strange woman for more than a few seconds. They sat silently as Vincent demonstrated to the other two how to catch the small crustaceans by tiptoeing through the shallow water and carefully lifting rocks. You don't want to play with them? Fira asked. The girl shook her head. I have to be ready. Fira looked at her confused. Ready for what? In case someone attacks us again. Fira's already wounded heart broke even more deeply at the girl's words. She could not have been older than 12, yet she concerned herself with She concerned herself with fears no child should ever have to. Fira gently placed an open palm on the girl's hand, startling her. You're safe with me, Fira said with tears welling in her eyes. The girl shrugged away Fira's hand. Because you're one of those guardians? Because I can see that you've been through enough pain already, and I would like to protect you, all of you, if you'll let me. The girl did not respond, letting her eyes fall to the gravel beneath her feet. Fira had so many questions. She tried not to think about what could have happened to them had they not been brought to her, or where they would be if Victor's army had never defied the king's orders to stand down. Dankar would probably, almost certainly, have wiped out all of Abnor and its people. Even if the children had miraculously survived, they would likely have succumbed to starvation or worse. While Fira was lost in her thoughts again, she was carefully studied by the girl beside her. The young girl followed the river of sunlight that flowed over Fira's features, from her dark eyebrows to the round wells of sadness beneath them. She wore a leather breastplate that bore a large tree in the center, with leaves resembling clouds. All over the woman's body, she could see a dark, dried liquid that she could only assume was blood, and even darker areas on her skin that were equally likely to be bruises or dirt. A tear in her trousers just behind the leather shin guard revealed to the girl yet another bloodied injury. From what she knew, Guardians all had incredible powers. There was no way this woman could be one of the breathtaking warriors she had heard so much about, and be so wounded. Her curiosity rose just enough for her to break the silence. "If you're really one of those Guardian warriors," the girl started, "don't you have powers? How can you be so hurt?" Fira smiled gratefully at her. It was nice to see that she still possessed some childlike innocence after all. "Our powers are called favors," she said. "So you do have powers?" the girl questioned. "I do." "Prove it," the girl demanded with narrowed eyes. Fira leaned to her side, picked up a small rock from the ground and showed it to her. Once the girl looked back, Fira closed her fist, raised her hand pointing it at a tree about 100 paces away. "Do you see that tree? The one with the drooping branch?" Fira asked. The girl nodded. "Yeah, I can see it." With the girl's focus on the tree, Fira opened her hand. Faster than a bolt fired from a crossbow, the rock flew from her palm, stirring up dust and leaves as it blasted clean through the center of the trunk. The girl was amazed, but once she turned her attention back to Fira, she could see blood trickling out of her nose. Fira wiped her face with the back of her hand. "It's true that our favors are powerful abilities, but as you can see, we're far from invincible." "Oh," the girl said, hanging her head disappointed. She started fidgeting with the small rocks on the ground by her feet. A moment later, she looked back up at Fira, as if to speak, but quickly returned her attention to the ground. Fira sat quietly, patiently waiting, hoping the girl would gain the courage to say what she wanted. "Catch him! Catch him!" Vincent shouted from the other side of the creek. Fira looked up to see the other 3 children thrusting their hands into the water, trying to snatch a fleeing crayfish. "Will you tell me about them?" the brown-haired girl finally asked. "About Guardians?" Fira clarified. The girl nodded. "Well, what do you already know?" "That you have favors, and that you're the most powerful warriors in all of Sonora." Fira smiled. She realized the girl's youthful innocence, or youthful spirit, was still largely intact despite what she had been through. She was only afraid to let it shine through. "We're more than warriors," Fira started. "Many, many years ago, 4 stars fell from their home in the sky and crashed into our continent." She began rearranging small groups of rocks on the ground. "One here, in what we now call Donkar. One here, in Lymphus. And one here in Meditas, the nation I was sworn to. And one here in Abnor, where we found you." The girl looked at the strange rock formation on the ground, slightly puzzled. "They all seem really close together." Fira chuckled. "They are, but I assure you it doesn't feel that way when you travel between them. After the stars crashed, at each of the now 4 great nations, a spring of raw energy was created that provides our world with the balance it needs for us to survive. We, as Guardians, swear our allegiance to those fountains and its nation in order to protect that balance." "That's why you came to Abnor, then? To protect the fountain? And its people?" "Does every Guardian do the swear?" "Yes, they do." "But if you swear something, that's the same as promises, right? Wouldn't that mean that the Donkar Guardians broke their promise?" "Indeed they did. King Natir wanted to take control of another fountain and try to obtain its power. Some people want all the power in the world and will do whatever they can to get it. Promises or no promises." The girl's eyes widened as she scanned across the rocks, piecing everything together. "Do you get the favors from the fountains?" Fira nodded. "When we take the Guardian's Oath, we drink the water from the fountain we are sworn to protect. And it welcomes us. If it welcomes us, it grants us our favors. But if it doesn't welcome us..." She trailed off, ultimately deciding to leave the darker aspects of becoming a Guardian unspoken. The girl clutched her disfigured left arm nervously. "You stopped. Why'd you stop? What happens if it doesn't welcome you? Is it something bad?" Her voice was suddenly hurried, as if she were frightened. Fira looked at her curiously. The girl was trembling, tears welling in her eyes. Fira quickly connected the dots. You drank from the Abnor fountain, she said, almost to herself. The tears in the girl's eyes started streaming down her face. Am I going to die now? No, honey, no, Fira said quickly. She was unsure how to comfort the girl while respecting her boundaries.
Am I going to die now?
Am I gonna die now?
I'm in danger.
Sorry, the way you delivered that line sounded very funny. Am I going to die now?
Am I going to die now?
You're welcome. She moved to put a consoling hand on the girl's shoulder, but the moment she lifted her arm, the girl threw herself into her and held her tightly. Fira gritted her teeth, trying to muffle her grimace of pain as she embraced the girl. She held her close while she sobbed, running her fingers through her hair. In truth, she did not know what would happen to the girl, but what was she supposed to say? She had seen what occurred when the fountain denied someone, but the effects were always immediate. To her knowledge, nobody who was ever accepted had been left deformed. Still, the fountains affected everyone differently, and uncertainty gnawed at her. I only wanted to be strong, the girl said, pulling away with a sniffle, so I could protect them. You look pretty strong to me, Vincent said, suddenly standing beside them. You're just a little kid. What would you know? The young girl responded harshly. Well, that boy said you fought off a bandit, and you have to be pretty strong to do that. And that means you have to stay with us, because my daddy had strong friends, and I'm going to be a guardian just like him someday. So I need strong friends too. Vincent waved for her to join them in the creek. Come, come. It will be easier to catch them if we do it together. Vincent grabbed the girl by the hand and pulled her into the creek with the others before she could refuse him. He then proceeded to demonstrate his tiptoe method of catching crayfish again. Only this time, he slipped and fell with a splash. Fira watched as the brown-haired girl not only smiled for the first time since she had met her, but started to laugh. An uncontrollable expression of joy spread painfully across Fira's face as she watched the four children fumble about in the creek. However, the longer she sat alone on the bank, the louder her thoughts began to scream. She knew without a doubt that Vincent would become a guardian once he was of age. That would happen whether he or she wanted it to or not. King Sentis had demanded one more thing from Victor before he died, his only son. An execution, a scar, and a banishment were not enough to fulfill the king's insatiable lust for punishment. In Vincent's 18th year, he was to speak the exact words his mother and father had spoken before him, taking the guardian's oath. As much as Fira loved to entertain the idea of escaping the king's demands by going into hiding or violently removing him from the picture, there was no point. Victor had made a soul oath with the king to ensure Vincent's service. It was a legend as old as time that was said to have been used throughout history, and although Fira did not much believe in the legend, if she was wrong, Vincent's life would be forfeited. A risk she was most certainly not willing to take. Besides, if Vincent wanted to become a guardian just like his father, the world would be a better place for it. And what kind of mother would she be if she deterred him from chasing his dreams? Look, Mommy, she caught one, Vincent shouted. The brown-haired girl lifted one of the tiny crustaceans with a bright smile shining across her face. Can I hold it? The sunset girl asked. As soon as the small critter was in her possession, she thrust it at the tall boy's face. Rawr! The boy quickly put up his hands and backed away with splashing steps. She then proceeded to chase after Vincent and the brown-haired girl with the crayfish held out in front of her, laughing hysterically. After she had finally had her fill of terrorizing everyone with the poor creature, she lifted it to her mouth. No, don't eat it, Vincent said in a panic. He quickly swatted the crayfish out of her hand before she could bite down. Quick, catch him again, Vincent said to the brown-haired girl, who immediately started shooting her hands into the water. With the sight of the children playing in front of her, all of Fira's physical ailments seemed to fade away underneath a blanket of bliss. Tears filled with a cacophony of emotions fell from her eyes. There was only one thing missing. Can you see them from the stars, my love? Are you watching? She whispered. Fira longed for the moment to last forever, and for the future to remain buried deep behind the setting sun. But in the end, she knew that one day was someday, and that day would surely come to be today's tomorrow, much too soon. She believed that between Victor's defection and Dankar's evasion, The esteemed guardians currently possessed would dwindle to little more than a flickering flame at the end of a spent candle. The path of the guardian would become only far more difficult. All she could do now was prepare Vincent and the others, if they so chose, for the challenges that lay ahead. From the moment they reached their home in Silva until their part in the journey was over, she would train them, teach them everything she knew to keep them alive. She had 10 years to turn them into seasoned warriors. But was it enough? Then again, was any amount of time enough? And that is Prologue.
That's the end of chapter 1.
That's the end of the prologue.
Yeah, it wasn't chapter 2.
What did we learn in the prologue?
You want to do a recap?
Yep, let's summarize.
Summarize the prologue. I'm gonna call on
We
names.
learned about Sonora,
What's Sonora?
the place they live in.
Is it the world, the continent?
Sonora's their continent.
Okay.
It's like their world. It's their.
Is this like their Middle Earth? Is this just
It's their
this-
middle. Sonora is like their Middle Earth.
Is Sonora a Middle Earth reference?
No. It's not a Middle Earth reference.
It's an Easter egg. I found one.
No, it doesn't count. It's not a Middle.
You established that them using their powers hurts them.
Yes.
Is that? I would
is
imagine
also
that
true.
comes up later.
Does it give them brain damage?
It can hurt them.
With brain damage?
No.
Well, she just got a bloody nose, mate. She got a rush.
She's fucked up. She's fresh off the battlefield.
Well,
She's like,
well, I mean,
She got like PTSD and shit.
maybe she just has an erection.
an erection.
Yeah.
What?
What? An erection for war?
It's just for Japanese men.
They get erection. Oh, I see. You're making an anime joke.
Yeah,
Okay, I get it. No,
I got it. Damn. Sorry, I get it. She's a girl. She has no penis.
nailed it.
We'll take it literally.
It's not a metaphor. Yeah. So, yeah. Sonora's just the world. Sonora's the world that they live in.
The world or
The world.
section of land? Is it a country or a
It only deals
planet?
with one section of land, so it's the world. It is their world.
Okay.
To them, it is their world.
For all three
Okay.
books? For the two future books? as
Dude,
well?
get off the Sonora thing already.
No,
Okay,
for all-
we know what we need to know.
For all 6 books, it is Sonora.
Okay.
I incorporated everything for all 6
So
books
it's
right in the first one.
So to me, it's the planet.
Yeah, so you can assume it's the planet because it's everything.
Yep. Okay. Continue.
Okay. Well, I mean, continue. What else did you learn? You learned that their powers can hurt them.
Vincent's a child.
Yeah, in the prologue, he's the child.
Who's the other child?
They don't have names yet.
What?
They don't have names yet.
Yeah, they were named. Only Vincent was named. Sonora, Vincent, what else? Fiora.
Is the mom.
Yeah, it's Vincent's mom.
So it's just the mom and 2 kids right now.
3 kids.
And we don't
There's
have any-
Vincent. Well, there's 4 kids. Vincent, her actual son, and then 3 of the kids.
She's like watching
The
him.
the tall, dark-haired shy boy. There's the girl with the disfigured arm, and the girl with the sunset-haired curls.
Wait, and which one of them? Which one of them drank from the fountain or whatever?
The brown-haired girl.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Disfigured girl.
disfigured girl. They get names in chapter 1. It's a lot easier to
Okay,
figure out.
well,
I
her
just
name,
call her
her
disfigured
name
the whole time.
is Yennefer for now.
Oh, Yennefer.
Sorry,
Yennefer also has jet black hair.
Yeah, okay, but that was first disfigured girl I could think of.
Oh, well, she's not. Well,
When I think of disfigured, my
Oh,
head
same.
goes to Augie from Wonder.
what?
Look it up right now.
No,
No, I will not. We don't have a guide for that yet.
I will not.
I was
be
just
doing
thinking she's
that.
like Kane.
Yeah.
She
Kane.
can control
You
fire.
know that's gonna be your job, right? It's gonna be pull it up, Ado.
Pull it up, Ado.
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 I'll fucking stab you guys.
Yo, Ado. Okay. Yeah. What else? What else are we recapping? You know they have powers. They get it from drinking from the fountains.
The 4 stars.
There's 4 fountains that were created by the stars.
Will they also get health defects?
They can, yes.
You have lots of
She
those.
said it affects everybody differently.
And using their powers makes them brain dead.
Doesn't make them brain dead.
Okay.
Using their powers can hurt them.
Where did you?
It
Where?
gives-
Why are
it
you so
gives
hell bent
them-
on brain
It
dead
gives them nosebleeds, so they have to carry a box of tissues in a condom.
or tampons?
He's taking the role of dad. Yeah, they have to. They actually plug their nose, but they don't have tissues because it's medieval, so they just use sassafras leaves. They just plug their nostrils with sassafras leaves.
That's gonna look hilarious. I'll
Um,
make sure that sticks around for the
No,
screenplay.
but
Yeah, thank you.
so that one scene you had pictured out, she just opens her hand and then a
Yeah.
rock
Yeah. So
Just-
picture this. She
just
like.
fucking zooms.
Yeah, so she goes like this. She basically goes, here's the rock. She closes her hand. She points it at a tree, and then as soon as she opens her palm, it just fucking.
So she just holds it like this and just.
She does like
yeah,
the
and
Iron Man
as
shit.
soon as she opens her fist, it fucking right out of her palm.
So that's supposed to be like a telekinesis thing.
She's basically like in that particular scenario, she basically just used force push times 12
Okay. On a tiny object.
on a tiny object.
So very very small surface area.
Yeah, she basically fired a bullet from her hand.
Okay.
And that even made her nosebleed. This bitch is gonna die soon.
What else?
Is the disfigured arm a demon arm? Can we get a description
I describe it then
later?
later.
Well, I guess I want to ask that question. I know more than I should.
You do know more than you should. I feel like I got the voices then. I feel like I started to get the voices.
All right.
Just gonna come around.
Or we can always
I like
help you though.
Aiden's little British girl though.
He made her a British girl. I think their adult voices are gonna be easier to do than their kid voices.
So like, hello.
Hello. What is it, love?
What is it, love?
What is it, love?
What is it, love?
Yeah.
Dobby.
Dobby. Master,
Dobby.
give Dobby a sock.
Master, give Dobby a sock.
Dobby is free.
Dobby is free now.
So, yeah. So you have that. She's got 4 kids. They're fresh off the battlefield. Victor's dead, obviously.
Fuck Victor.
Victor
is dead.
is dead.
Victor,
Yeah, he no exist. He died.
Time is it?
It is I don't know.
10:30.
No tango me telephono.
Dylan, what time is it?
It is 10:45.
Tiso time.
10:45. Pacific time.
Sounds like it's
How far are
bedtime.
we into the thing? The what?
And the what? I don't know.
I can't really check from here.
I don't know. Maybe.
You have to look at the thing. How long's it been running, Aiden? Can you tell?
It doesn't say.
Aye.
Click on the other thing.
What other thing?
No. Go down.
Oh.
No.
What has he done?
Yes. No. Other one. The one that's got the red bubble. Down. App. Down. Right. Red bubble.
Oh.
Does that-
I had this pulled up and you didn't even say anything.
I'm getting a bowls here, and then we should start the first chapter.
You want to start chapter 1?
What?
Okay. Cool.
I'm about to fall asleep, dude.
No, you'll be fine. We'll end this and then we'll start another one for chapter 1. So hit stop streaming.
Where the fuck is that button at?
Blue box.